Microblogging is a cross between blogging and text messaging where users can send short messages quickly to multiple readers on various devices. Twitter is one of the more popular examples of a microblog. Society has become more interactive through increased access and the use of the internet and social media tools. Kimball and Kim, 2013. Many of you might be familiar with Twitter and how Twitter can help build your professional learning network. In Web 2.0 How-To for Educators, it states, Twitter has become a popular tool for educators to connect with one another to get advice or information quickly, share points of view, or just stay in touch. In a 2011 Gates Foundation survey, they found that teachers spend as little as 3% of their day in collaboration with other teachers in the building. For professionals, Twitter can serve a variety of purposes, from finding relief from a sense of isolation to enhancing the capacity to support students. While Twitter can be beneficial as professionals, Twitter and other microblogs can also be beneficial for students. In a 2011 study, 82% of 13-year-olds reported using social network sites regularly. Additionally, our students' social media accounts are likely linked to their phones or computers in much more effective and timely ways than other education-based technologies. For these reasons, social media is engaging for students in a way that many other educational tools are not. Students will need to be able to make contacts, advertise, be global citizens, and activists in today's world. Modeling the correct and safe ways to use Twitter and other social media platforms in school offers new ways for students to access, engage with, and make sense of the world around them, both within and outside of their classroom walls. Teachers can use Twitter with their students in a variety of ways. Some are listed on the screen in front of you, and others are letting parents follow you, summarizing topics, word searches, historical tweets, pass it on stories, live tweeting an event like a book or a movie, collaborating with students around the world, tweeting to experts in the field, riddle or question of the day, and text annotations. Hunter and Carraway, authors of Urban Youth Use Twitter to Transform Learning and Engagement, set up a collaborative Twitter discussion using a high school literature class with a graduate level class at a local university. Hunter and Carraway were able to use Twitter to offer students genuine opportunities to write authentically and frequently for real audiences beyond those found within the high school walls. Carraway quickly found she could use the tweets from her students to drive the instruction of the classroom. As a result of these new instructional structures and practices, students were more excited to come to class, often arriving before the bell rang to quickly review any unread tweets. One student in Carraway's class tweeted, #epic. What I liked most was the kind of critical thinking it forced us to have. It made me think more about the book. Another tweeted, #bosslady. Reading the tweets of others made you want to learn more about the story. When they would ask me a question, I had to go back and reread the part they were talking about. Students using Twitter are able to display a type of multimodal dexterity, moving with ease between Twitter, the text, in-class discussions, and journal writing. And Twitter in the classroom is not just for upper-level students. It can also be used for elementary and middle grades. Teachers of younger students can set up a class account for students to tweet, thus eliminating the need for younger students to have their own personal accounts. Jace Hargis, an elementary mathematics teacher, exclaimed, "I can empower students to become more curious, self-directed in their thinking, and engaged in mathematics anytime." Through the use of Twitter in the classroom, students can be proficient in Twitteracy, which is defined as the competent use of Twitter to communicate as a form of new literacies given the prevalence of social media in today's digital world. Twitter is a functional Web 2.0 tool because it is dynamic, situationally specific, multimodal, socially mediated, co-constructed, participatory, and interdisciplinary. While Twitter in the classroom is a wonderful tool to increase student engagement, teachers must create virtual boundaries with their students. To keep students safe, teachers can use first names only and have no pictures tagged with names, use a classroom account, or have students only follow selected other classes or educational feeds. According to Whedon, Cook, and McVeigh, students begin using social media as early as age 9, and while their parents are aware and have open communication with their students, there is a general lack of training and information about such skills as creating privacy settings and assessing safety risks. This is something teachers must teach their students before starting to use Twitter in their own classrooms. Teachers must teach students about being digital citizens and how to be cyber safe, develop safe online relationships, and communicate respectfully and safely. In closing, Hawkins in 2015 wrote, "If we leave our students without the skills to use social media well, we fail to give them the tools they will need to be safe and healthy individuals, successful professionals, engaged global citizens, and effective leaders for social change. Without education about how to use social media effectively, our students may not succeed in their attempts to use social media to achieve activist goals, and they may be more vulnerable to exploitation and oppression." Twitter in the classroom is a trend that is currently growing. It allows students to feel connected and can mean that students have a voice and an audience. They can reach out to others in their class, school, or community. I encourage you to look into Twitter for your own classroom. Thank you for listening.